Hi, my name is Camry, and today I'll be giving a presentation over oppression and diversity. In the Being Black in America and the 3 Most Deadliest Words in the World videos, the terms related were intersectionality, age, race, culture, and ethnicity. In the Being Black in America video, the young man indicates how there were many unarmed African American men being killed and that there wasn't anything being done about it. In the 3 Deadliest Words in the World, the speaker indicated that in China and India that they practice gendercide. Gendercide is a strong cultural preference for a son. So many of the times, the women who were pregnant with female unborn babies will often have they will have the child, but they will also it will result in killing the child to save them from having to live in poverty. Nope, I'm gonna do that again. Hi, my name is Camry, and today I'll be giving a presentation over diversity and oppression. In the videos, Being Black in America and the 3 Deadliest Words in the World, the terms related were intersectionality, age, race, ethnicity, and culture. In Being Black in America, the young black man indicated how there were many unarmed African American men being killed and that there wasn't anything being done about it. In the 3 Deadliest Words in the World, the speaker indicated that in China and India that they practice gendercide. And gendercide is a strong cultural preference for a son. Many of the times, the pregnant women who were pregnant with a female child would often have the child or they will abort it and end up killing it so that the child wouldn't have to live in poverty. In the video, let's talk about intellectual disabilities. The terms expressed were disability, strengths perspective, power, and marginalization. The speaker's name was Miss Loretta, and Miss Loretta indicated how she was judged due to her intellectual disability, and many people doubted her. As a child, she was often separated on the playground. And when her mother taught her how to be fearless. And whenever she went to the dentist's office, that she was often declined service. And whenever she went to Special Olympics, that they offered her Medicaid, in which she wasn't able to get by herself. In the video, Ask Me, in Same Love by Malcolm Moore, the terms expressed were gender identity, gender expression, sex, and sexual orientation. Both videos discussed how many people felt when they were misgendered or misidentified. The students in the Ask Me video contacted their professors before the first day of class to introduce themselves and to let the professor know how they identified in their preferred name. In the Same Love video, the first lyrics clearly identified sexual orientation. The first lyric stated, when I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay. In the videos, Being Black in America, Ask Me, the Gordon Plaza residence in New Orleans, and the Essential Blue Eyed, the terms that related to this video were race, alienation, gender, oppression, and discrimination. All of the videos related to oppression because many of them were being judged and misunderstood based on their race and or gender. In Being Black in America, the young black man felt discriminated against because as many people often assume that because you're black that you're an athlete. And he also felt alienated against because the young African American men were being killed and that there wasn't anything being done about it. The students in the LGBTQ video felt alienated against because that they felt that there isn't a safe place for them to say how they are identified. The Gordon Plaza residents in New Orleans, they felt alienated against, because when people visited New Orleans, that they were often only taken to the good side of New Orleans, and that they weren't shown the bad part of New Orleans. And they often felt like that they didn't even exist. In the Essential Blue-Eyed video, oppression, power, and privilege was the main focus. The lady in the video, the main purpose for the experiment was to allow the white people to experience how African Americans face and what the things African American people face in their everyday lives. Throughout the video, she often judged them, and she often corrected them when they said the wrong things. And what is environmental justice? Taking root, the Greenbelt movement, and 7 kids in 1 apartment videos. The terms expressed were poverty, class, populations at risk, environmental justice, poverty, and economic inequality. The terms related to these videos because the people that were living in the neighborhoods were dealing with poverty, and they were also dealing with environmental issues that could affect their health and others around them as well. In the What is Environmental Justice video, some of the families didn't have the financial mobility to support their families and to help to move them to improved conditions. In the Taking Root video, in the Greenbelt video, the women were planting trees to increase the amount of firewood and water. And they also allowed people to earn an income if they planted a tree and took the proper care of it to survive. In the story about Jairo Gomez, his family consisted of 9 people, 7 kids and 2 adults, who lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. His mother was a housekeeper, and often Jairo would have to stay home and miss school to watch his younger siblings. The average income for the family was about $30,000, which estimated to about $15,000 below the poverty line. In the videos, 7 Kids in 1 Apartment by Jairo Gomez and the Gordon Plaza Resident, the terms related to these videos were political ideology and immigration status. Jairo's parents were not fluent in English, which could affect the job that they have. In the Gordon Plaza Residence, they were experiencing problems with the government and the city of New Orleans because they built homes on top of toxic waste, which led to death and health problems. In the videos Ask Me and the Gordon Plaza Residence in New Orleans, the terms expressed were human rights, advocacy, and religion. In both videos, they discussed their beliefs and how they weren't treated equally to others. In the Ask Me video, the young man stated that he is a part of the Christian religion, but he is also treated differently due to the way that he identifies himself. In the Gordon Plaza video, the women stated that no one is advocating for them and to help to move away from the contaminated area that resulted after the Hurricane Katrina. But they also indicated that they put their belief in God and that He will remove them from the premises whenever it is time for them to be removed. The terms using a gender filter, empowerment, and consciousness raising were indicated in the videos Taking Root and the 3 Deadliest Words in the World. In the Taking Root video, many women began to invest in their community without the help of men. For instance, they began to plant trees and to take care of them, and the government began to debase them because they were taking on responsibilities of men, and the government also stated that the women should also respect their men. In the 3 Deadliest Words in the World, the mother began to think about how her daughter, the mothers began to think about how the daughters would have to live through poverty if they were to live. So they began to kill them because they believed that the daughters would be better off dead instead of them having to live through poverty.